Well, it's Saturday afternoon, the 8th of March, and it's a lovely day again. The sun's been shining, and we've been out shopping today, and I got a little bit carried away because we went first to Dobby's Garden Centre, and while I was there I discovered that they have these little plugs. These are called Gazania Starburst Mix, and there's a pack of 20, and they were reduced to £1.09, so I couldn't help it but buy them because there's a chance that I can try to get them to come back okay. I also got a pack of Antirrhinium, again another pack of 20, reduced to £1.09, and then a second pack of those for £1.09, and then a pack of Lobelia, a 20 pack again of plugs, again for £1.09. And then I also brought, these were full price, I can't remember, I think it might have been 8 for 10. So there's a mixture there. I can't really see what they say without my glasses on. So there's a mixture there of fuchsia, petunia, and then diascia. And so what I'm going to do with these, I'll plant all these out into something else, especially for these that were reduced, to see how I can get them to come on before I put them into either a pot or into a hanging basket a little bit later. And then following on from there, I went to B&Q in Durham, and I found that they had a number of plants that were half price. And so here we've got 369 Bellis Red, which were reduced to half price, so they were for £2. Bellis Perennis, and then also then there were a number of other bigger plants that go out into the garden itself that were half price. So this is I can't say these words very easily, but Lichinus Astrosanguinea, that was for £2, so I got 4 of those. And then I got one Stachys Byzantina and one Burgenia Rotblum. I will put those in the blog in the caption at the bottom. So they were £2 each as well. So these are all to go out in the garden somewhere. I've got a patch by the bird feeder which the pigeons keeps going over, and I think I'm going to put some of these there and then put something over it to stop the pigeons going there, to give these chance to grow out. After that I went into Tesco shopping with my wife in Durham again, and I brought 2 of these, and they were either £7 each or 2 for £12 with a club card price. And so these are 2 orange pippin apple trees, so I'm going to plant them, one spaced out at the very bottom of the garden there, where I know that they'll get some sun now during the summer, and hopefully by next year or the year after they'll start to bear some fruit. So I've got myself plenty to do, and so I'm going to start by leaving those for a moment, because also I've got these red hot pokers that I need to try to get done today as well. So there's plenty to do, and these are the most urgent ones, to try to pot these out into something. I should have commented before, and what I'm going to do is I've got 2 cameras here, so I'm going to take the one from by here off at the moment, and I should have, and I'll go out into the garden as well with this. I've noticed that, you remember that I put some raspberry canes in the pot to see if they would spring into life, and that one there, as you can see, is already starting to bud, and this one's got some buds coming on it as well. There's nothing on this one or on that one at the moment, but if 2 of them are successful, I'll be very pleased with that. And the other one I was going to point out, in the garden in the back corner there, I'll put a photograph of it. I planted a rose very late. It had been in the greenhouse all over Christmas, and because of the ground being so hard, and I planted it out about 3 weeks ago, and it's amazing how much that is starting to bud already. So I'll put this camera back onto the mount here. And I'll start now with getting on with transplanting some of these. Obviously this is going to be a long time on the video, but I will fast forward or even cut some of it out. So I'm going to start with the antirrhinum, and so that I don't get lost and confused, I actually brought some more plastic labels and a marker pen to keep myself up to date with that as I go along. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 of those. So what I'll do is, probably what I'm going to do is put 2 each of these in one of these to just give them a chance to see if they will survive. And so that's going to take me a while to fill those with compost. In fact, I think I'm just going to put 1 in each, because it's surprising how big they are as plugs once they come out of here. Now there's 1 pack of those done. Those will be handy to wash and to use myself, perhaps with something else later on. So that's 1 of those done. I'll put some water in for them to soak the water up. Now the lobelia is very small, so I'm going to put I will put 2 of these in each of these pods, because they can be planted double together out again from there when I'm ready. I've also noticed in the garden today, when I think I mentioned in my last vlog when I uncovered the 2 lots of rhubarb, that the 3rd rhubarb had died off under the pots, or removed the pots and checked, and it looked like there was some life still in the rhubarb under the soil. And I came out first thing this morning to do a few things, tidying up and stuff like that, and I've noticed that the rhubarb is just starting to show through, so it looks like I will have 3 rhubarb plants. Yeah, I'll leave those at that because that's an equal number of pods. I'll put them to one side for now. So the other antirrhinium, which is what the first lot was, there's 12 there, so I'm going to double up on some of these now to put in here. So that's those done as well. Again, if I put the label around those. And fill that with water. Again, for £1.09 for those, £1.09 for those. That's a good buy. So I'll leave those soak that water up a little bit, and then later on I'll come and fill these up again. So then I've got these again. There's 20 of these, 19, one's gone already. 19 might just get 18 out of them. So what I will do for these, I got some of these trays which I actually had my pots with bulbs in outside. I've emptied them from these this morning, so I'm going to use these pots here. See how many I've got. Although I could do with something smaller really. I will use these instead and plant some of these out. Let that soak the water up and then top it up a little bit again later on. There then. Just make some room here somewhere. And then I've got these, which I'm not going to put into pots, small pots. I'm going to actually put these into some clay pots. So I'm just leave these to soak a little bit over the weekend, and this will be something that I'll do next week. So I'll put them in a tray and give them a soak that way. And that will do for those for now. I'm going to have a day next week, or an hour next week, where I just come and spend a bit of time tidying up in here. I'm actually going to put these carrots, which I did the other day, onto the top of the propagator. There's a bit of warmth coming up through there, which will help them. So now I've got to decide what to do, where I want to put these red hot pokers. Supposed to be 3 in there. You can see 1. But I trust that there are 3 in there somewhere. There's another one there perhaps. I want those to go outside, so what I'm going to have to do is move one of the cameras outside to be able to film doing that out there. You can see when I dig down there that it's solid clay once you've gone down an inch or 2. So that's it for today. I didn't expect to be buying all that stuff today, but I've done it and plan to do it all out, except for now just these 2 apple trees, and then these here and these here, because these are going to go straight into some pots, which I'll do sometime next week. So I might as well leave that to soak in there as well. I've also had a different camera set out in the garden all day today. I set it up to do a time lapse over a period of 10 hours, but I will stop it before the 10 hours is up, because I wanted to do a time lapse of the crocuses opening up this morning. So all that I've done today has been done on 2 cameras. I'm holding the one in my hand now, but it was under here looking down to where I was doing the repotting, and then the other camera is up here. And so now I will have to upload the files and then put them into the multi-cam mode, see if the computer syncs it all up ready for me to make the video.